think it's reasonable to assume receiving the mark of the beast on your right hand represents you swearing a covenant with Satan. Sounds like something worthy of judgment to me. The second thing the right hand represents in the Bible is blessing. I hopefully don't have to explain how Jesus Christ is a blessing to us, but the right hand being associated with blessing goes right back to the first book of the Bible. After Joseph reveals himself to his brothers in Egypt, his father reunites with him again and blesses Joseph's sons. The blessing is given by placing his right hand on the boy's head. David also touches on this idea multiple times. Psalm 16 verse 11 says, "You will show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. In your right hand there are pleasures forevermore." David also says God shows his marvelous loving kindness by his right hand. There's also a moment in Jesus' ministry where this principle is applied. When teaching about the end of the age, Jesus refers to the people as sheep and goats. The important detail here is that the sheep are specifically described as being on God's right, receiving the blessing of an inheritance from God. It's surprising to me just how much the right arm represents in Scripture, but we're not finished just yet. Lastly, our right hand symbolically represents strength and action. Do you remember how we're meant to love the Lord with all our heart, all our soul, and all our strength? One of the signs of following that command was to bind it as a sign on their hand. In Exodus, we see that God's right hand is credited with smashing the army of the Egyptians in one of the most metal lines in all of Scripture. "Your right hand, Lord, was majestic in power. Your right hand, Lord, shattered the enemy." David, being the military man that he was, referred to the power of the Lord's right hand multiple times too. In Psalm 20, we're told that the Lord will save his anointed, who are Christians by the way, with the saving might of his right hand. We're told in Psalm 44 that Israel's conquest of old were not done through Israel's own strength, but through the right hand and arm of God. More imagery like this is present in Psalm 89, where amongst God's many attributes, his mighty arm and strong right hand are emphasized. One more verse I have to mention comes from Habakkuk, where the Lord is described as having power veiled in his hand. So how can these passages help us unlock the mystery to the mark of the beast? Well, it seems the right hand represents covenant, blessing, and strength when attributed to God. But what about for us? Well, think about what your hands can do. You can shake hands with someone to make